Welcome back to our Thymesia walkthrough. In this episode we're going to be doing Hermes Fortress. So let's get cracking on through. What we may need to do is just flick some of the talent points over from what we applied for the previous boss, which was the mutated Odeur boss that we just fought. We'll take those away from that and we'll whack those onto the Healing Execution level 1 and Healing Execution level 2 to help us through the stage. Also just going to apply a point into strength there. Other than that, let's get cracking on through the mission. There's a fair amount to do, and if memory serves, I think there's also a boss at the end of the level. Once again, if you're going for the barrel smashing achievement, then smash those barrels. I think there is a thingy on here, but it's something we've already read before, I think. So it's not highlighted in the green colour. So let's head on up. Basically there's a bunch of towers, so we kind of like climb up this particular tower, and then we move across to a different tower and we climb up and down that one, and we do that a few times. I think there's like two, maybe three towers in total that we kind of like climb up and down, get various items from, like key items and stuff. And yeah, eventually head to a boss, I do believe. Let's get cracking on through. This is one of the towers that I mean here. A few different levels to it. Some ladders that we kick down later. That door is locked for now. I'm just going to smash through these enemies real quick. Greatsword is doing insane levels of damage at this point as well, which is really cool. Just smash it straight through enemies. Nice and fast. I think there's an item that we may be able to grab here. Maybe there. And Archer in the background there, so just watch out for the Archer. A lot of the time the Archers can be pretty painful in this particular level because they're placed in like really awkward positions like that where you can't really get them just yet. So that's key to top of the fortress wall. I think there is something that we can get by going down here as well, so we're going to drop down this ledge and follow this over. I think there's like a collectible letter in that box, so let's grab that. So I'm going to skip that enemy for now. Head down here. I think you can kick down these ladders. And this like creates like a shortcut. This is the original tower thing that we started in at the start of the level, not the game. Let's start the level. I think our character is stuck on something there, so just gonna greatsword that guy. You can't fall off the edge there as well, so don't worry about dropping off there. It's all good. And the greatsword has quite a reduced cooldown at this point, so you can just smash it pretty often, to be fair. Like so. Obviously double tap it to do the quicker move. Just smash through the enemies. And grab that ingredient there. Cheeky bit of garlic. With the ladders, once again, there's like lanterns at the bottom of the ladders that kind of like highlight there's something there to climb. So keep your eyes peeled for those lanterns. There is another archer over that way, so just watch out for the archer. Once again, massive pain in the butt. Got a little bit of health back from healing execution. I think there's something tucked away over in this corner, so you can go grab that collectible letter. Get a bit of health back from taking that enemy out, and then we'll head out, drop down. Just have to leave that archer for now. Come back to him a little bit later. I'm going to get the beacon, but not actually rest at the beacon, because I don't want to respawn all the enemies just yet. So I'll just grab it for now. then head back up. We should be able to reach that archer, I think, at this point. But there is I think there's another archer, so just watch out because they're absolutely everywhere on this stage. Like so. And yeah, you can easily get overwhelmed if we're not careful, so we need to play it safe there. Take out this enemy first. I went for the claw there, unfortunately, so I couldn't do the forward and B. There we go. Okay, that takes care of him, and then we've got the couple of archers that we need to delete. Need to be careful here. We potentially could get shot down the ledge there, so you just got to be careful. It's a bit awkward to like fight this guy because we're probably going to end up falling down the thing there, but that's fine. Might as well just go for it. We took him out, so that's good. I'm not going to rest at the beacon because that will respawn them. Let's head on back. Oh, we've got that other archer on the other side. Up the top there, unfortunately, so there's nothing that we can do about them for now, so let's just get our bearings. This is another one of the towers that I was speaking about before. I can't open from that side. There are some ladders here as well, so there's a couple of different ladders that we can go up at this point. We've got this set here, and there was also another set midway through this hallway here. So just these ladders just here. Can't get through there on this stage, so we'll choose these ladders for now. Let's see what we can get done up here. There's also another drop off that we can choose. There's basically a lot of ladders and dropping off ledges and stuff in this stage. Kind of trying to like climb the towers and then go down the towers and climb the towers and go down the towers, so on and so forth. Step jump there. I think there's a key item at the top of one of these towers, so we need to look for the key item. Grab the bow shards there. I think that leads back down to a place that we have been before. Collectible letter, so we'll grab that and backtrack. I think there's some ladders that we can kick down. Yep. So that leads to a locked door from before. But if we follow this round, we should be able to get up the top, and I think there's a key item at the top, if memory serves. Just keeping my eyes peeled for like ledges that we can fall down and stuff once again. Got a great sword user, so hopefully we can get an extra skill shard if possible, so we'll try and go for it. Hold down charged. We'll keep going for the extra skill shard. Trying our luck. Just backing up. Holding down right trigger. Yep, we've got the extra shards, that's what we need, so. Bit of a step jump there. Sometimes it does like the step jump like from behind. Like that. Grab that. We kind of just like tank to hit there to do the great sword, but it's all good. I need to be careful. That should do. Go for the up and B. That should do the trick. So yeah, if memory serves, this guy should drop a key item he has. So top of the fortress wall, which I think is the door just directly below us. So let's head on back down. So we jump down here. And just keep my eyes peeled for ledges once again, because there's quite a lot that you can sort of like fall down to and stuff on this level. So make sure to kick these ladders down first and then drop down. That leads us over to this way. We do still have a section that we haven't explored over that far side, but we'll go this way for now. Push forward, because there were some ladders that we didn't quite climb up on the far side. So with this bit, I think it's just a case of like following this around. This is a bit of like a weird kind of path that just kind of like interlinks around itself. Like you just follow it around, follow it around some more. I don't think there's anything too crazy as far as I know. Just literally just following this path around really. And eventually there's like a drop off. Fall off there. Collectible letter at the end. And yeah, just keep on following this path up and then we drop down. Basically just follow this round and it kind of puts us behind a gate that we can open. That lets us progress towards the end of the stage. Once again, just follow it around. Quite a few enemies here, so just watch out. Got your archer as well. Okay. And if memory serves, this kind of brings us... Here's a gate that we can open from one side. It's here. So this is where we kind of came into this section from, using that key. And we follow this round. We originally went up those ladders, which took us on that crazy maze thing. And then it allows us to open this gate. That's another gate that we need to open as well. And the actual intended way is up this way, just here. But we'll just hang fire for that. We'll hang fire on that for now, because that's towards the end of the stage. And I think there's some extra bits and bobs that we can get before we finish up. So we'll head up these ladders. I'll check these ones. Like I say, there's a lot of ladders on this level, really. Just kind of climbing up and down towers and stuff. We've got the Emerald NPC on this stage. We'll leave it for now. What you can do, technically, is hand in all of the lore items. So you hand... well, you kind of show them. You don't technically hand them in. You show them to Emerald. And you also show them to Azzavhar as well. But I'll save those for now because I'll wait until we've got all the items that we need before showing them, so just leave that for now. So we've got some ladders there. We'll check down this way. Go for the greatsword. And I do want to make my way. I think there's a gate that we can open that sort of leads us back down to some ladders that we didn't climb up before, but I'm going to check the up ladders first of all. We've got a collection of memories that we can grab and we'll drop off. Just checking the barrels to make sure there's no items or collectibles and stuff inside the barrels. So we'll drop on down. Check these. Then we can drop down again. Another section to check here. I think this is the door that I mentioned before, that where you can sort of like open it from this far side, the opposite side. So go and grab that. Yeah, you can open it from this side. And we'll also grab this beacon as well. I'm not going to rest at the beacon. I don't want the enemies to respawn. Because on this stage, you kind of like retrace your steps like quite a lot. You know, kind of going up, down, left, right, up towers, down towers. Activating shortcuts, kicking down ladders. All that stuff, so that's the reason that I'm not resting at the beacons. I'm just making sure that we've kind of cleared everywhere. Got all the stuff. That'll do. Let's just double check up this way. I think we're getting close to kind of clearing most places. Let's take out this archer. There we go. Great sword saves the day once again. Okay, so that's that. We've cleared that, cleared that, cleared that. There's a section that we can go down. A section that we can go across. So we'll go across first. Okay. And I think there's a collectible piece of paper in this box. There's quite a lot of like extra stuff to do on this level. We could have just basically gone towards the end of the stage, but there's a lot more like towers and stuff to climb and explore, so we shall do that. Another item that we can drop down and grab, so we shall check this section, that's all good, and then we'll go up the top. I don't think we have to fight anyone at the top of this tower, you just kind of follow it around and do like a drop down, if memory serves. We'll head around, collectible letter in the box there, so we'll grab that. Then we drop off this ledge to collect the item that we saw before. Okay, so that is that. We'll drop on down. We'll go down these ladders. In fact, I think there was a slope that was like just around the back here. I'm just going to double check that slope. So we went that way before. We'll just check down here. I think this just leads to a dead end. It's where we got the shortcut, I think, from before. Yeah, so we open that gate. We haven't explored this area, which I think is the final area to explore. We've got a collectible letter that we can grab there. We can't open that just yet. There is an enemy here. I think this guy drops some kind of key, or key item if memory serves. So I'll take on this guy. We'll try for a charged claw if we can grab one. I'll do. This guy's quite a spicy meatball, so just be careful. Extra skill shard there. Too far away. It's regenerating, so I'm going to go for the feather. A feather to stop him from regenerating. Greatsword. A lot of his attacks kind of like here, there and everywhere, so sometimes just backing up instead of going for the parrying. You technically can do the parrying. Sometimes with this particular enemy it's usually better to sort of like dodge backwards and then just get in the attacks like when you can do. So we got the key to Cathedral Path there. From that guy, so that kind of opens one of the gates that we saw earlier. Just going to double check all around here, so that's the checkpoint. This is a bit that we couldn't pass through before. The cathedral gate is just up there, but I think there's another secret. Once again, there's quite a lot of secrets on this stage. Not sure why we just fell down there, but there we go. So we'll head on up and follow this around. I think it's just a collectible letter, if memory serves, or maybe just a yeah, it's literally just an item for the extra EXP. Although we can follow this around, I'm not sure if there's any extra bits and bobs. I think it just leads us back to one of the drop-offs that we've already done before. So that's that, and then we can sort of like follow it back round again into this sort of like outer section here. We've got the key for this gate. So that opens that. Now we're kind of like back in this segment again. And that pretty much leaves us with just following the path up to the boss at this point. So we've got all the bits and bobs there. We, you know, climb the ladders, climb the towers, got all the stuff. Just gonna take that enemy out for execution healing. 3 poke. The 3 poke thrust from this guy. So that is that. Cleared all that out. I think there's like a little section that we can check just up to the right. The intended way is up these stairs here. Just take this enemy out. There we go, great sword. That guy. That's that. I don't think there's too much more. It's really knocking about around here. That's that. So we'll push on forward. There's not too much more. Basically, we do indeed have a boss fight coming on up. This boss is quite a spicy meatball. And a tip for the boss fight, or I guess any boss fight in general. I mentioned it in one of the previous videos, but just in case you've maybe not seen that for whatever reason. If you do get defeated in a boss fight, and you've got quite a lot of experience points that are kind of on the line, you'll want to run in, grab your experience points, and then purposely get defeated near the door, because sometimes you can grab them from the doorway and then go rest at the beacon. So you can then use those to level up and, you know, obviously come back to the boss fight stronger and stuff like that. So this is just blocked. That's the arena down there from the tutorial mission, just over there. So yeah, boss fight coming up, so we should heal up and get sorted for that. So level up. We'll put a point into Plague. Just check the talents. We don't need healing execution at all for boss fights, so every time I just take healing execution away for the boss fights. You could go for some deflecting, or if you was going for blocking, you could go down the block route. We'll go for perhaps I go for gliding claw level 2 and gliding claw level 3. So if we do get a step and jump and we can follow that up with a claw, it actually gives us 1 offensive and 1 defensive buff if we do pull that off. So that's very, very useful. That should do for now. Plague weapons, we can level up the greatsword, which is fantastic. I just need 1 more shard to max that out, which is essentially what I'm aiming for. It's worth checking your potions if you've got any, you know, something better to whack in the potion, perhaps. Got strength plus 5%. I'm actually going to go for that. I got 5% plus strength and 5% plus strength, so I'm just going to take advantage of that. It might be worth going for toughness as well, so if you've got anything like 5% toughness, that's also good. But that should do for now. Yeah, other than that, we should be good to jump into it, so let's crack these doors open and jump straight on in. And you may remember this boss from the tutorial, so let's get cracking. It's quite slow-ish, so sometimes you just got to be careful not to deflect too early, as these you know, attacks take some time to like get over to us. So just be careful of that. Great sword is smashing through his health. If you want to get his skill as well, you can do some charged attacks if you can do, but it's quite spicy to try and get those extra skill shards. Just keep your eyes on his movements and stuff. He's got like a few combinations of stuff that he does. Some attacks are slightly slower and some are, you know, slightly quicker. That's just like the left-right swing. He does. Sideways swing, sideways swing. It does hit really hard, as you can see. The overhead slam is a slight delay on that. Sometimes it's not worth going for those skill shards like that, because obviously we can get hit a lot, so just be careful. But yeah, if you like his weapon and stuff and you want to go for that, then you want to probably try and get those extra skill shards. Now just deflect as he's jumping on up. You have to delay your parry quite a lot for that sort of like thrust that he does. That's phase 1. And he gets a bit spicier, slightly quicker. What you want to do on phase 2 is just run far away, straight away, because you want to avoid his like red ultimate attack. I think he's like slightly quicker in this phase, or at least some of his attacks are. But for the most part, it's quite similar. You just kind of pop your deflects and stuff. Once again, the beacon is just outside the door, so don't worry about getting destroyed a few times and throwing yourself back into the fight. That's what it's all about. That's how we learn. That's how we get experience. But yeah, don't get too greedy with the attacks as well. I kind of just like attacking a couple of times. Not going too crazy, because if you get too greedy with your attacks, you'll get punished. It's ultimate, so I think we are too close for that one. Oh no, we managed to get away from it. It kind of does stop you in your tracks. So I got too greedy there and got punished for it. So let's see if we can use his actual plague weapon that we have got from him, which is, I think it's like a 2-swing attack, but it's very, very slow. Just be careful. So yeah, just keep an eye on what he's doing, but other than that, pop that execution. And like I say, don't be afraid to pop back to the beacon and practice the fight over and over and over again. And if you do die and you want your experience points back, make sure to grab the experience points and then kind of like purposely die towards the door. And you should be able to get them back and then pop that level up. But other than that, that is the stage.